Greetings, friends. Otto here. And today we're going to talk about Europe. Europe, a beautiful continent from the vast architectural beauty that is in France, from the landscape known as Italy. It is quite a wonderful place. What about its faults? During 1347 to 1351 in Europe, Northern Europe, there was a terrible epidemic known as the Black Plague. The Black Plague wiped out about a third of Europe. And it all started with a rusty water pipe. Surprised, aren't you? Now, this wasn't any rusty old pipe. This rusty old pipe was riddled with bacteria. And my friend, Mr. Rat, went through this pipe many times again and got his fleas all covered in an unknown disease, i.e. the Black Plague. Now the fleas bit the humans, which made the humans get sick. With, what do you ask? The Black Plague! Now the arrival of the rats to Europe is still unknown, but there is some educated theories about that. One theory is that the Black Death reached Europe via Central Asians trading silk cloth for other goods, but little did they know that the cloth had a disease-ridden creature inside the wares. Some say that it was Genoese soldiers fleeing from a recent battle with the Gauls. The Genoese then set sail to refuge in Northern Europe, along with some unwanted guests. In the time of 1347 to 1351, three common plagues were known: the bubonic, the pneumonic, and the septicemic. The bubonic and the pneumonic plague made up the Black Death. Now, the bubonic plague consisted of black boils all on the body from head to toe. The pneumonic plague, however, affected fatal lung and chest pains, a dense fever, and a brain-splitting headache. This all made up the Black Plague. The first symptom was a devilish fever that no matter how cold of a wet washcloth that you put on your head, it would not penetrate through the fever. One of the symptoms was the boobas right here. These were these ugly black boils that oozed pus and blood. Quite nasty little things. Another symptom was fatal coughing, which led to the production of blood while the coughing happened. Not only did the Black Death spread to humans, but animals as well. Cows, pigs, chickens, goats, sheep, all of these species did perish under the will of the Black Death.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Now, you must be wondering, who or what would care for victims of the plague? This is a plague doctor. They would wear a long beak like gas mask to filter out the poison air. Their remedies did include bloodletting. The after effects of the Black Death were quite devastating and ranged from horrible to good. The horrible things being that, for one, it killed 75 million people, and 20 million of that being Europeans. Second, being that there was a lot of stigma once you survived the Black Death, if you did. And the third being that art became very depressing after the Black Death period. On the good side, you could argue that Europe was overpopulated in the time before the Black Death. Therefore, post-Black Death, surviving peasants had more access to both land and food than they had before. Also, in the medical sector, more emphasis was placed on the scientific study of the human body, rather than the hocus pocus, hokey religious beliefs on health itself. And with that being said, this concludes our adventure through time. This is Otto, signing off.